We have some massive Patriots updates for you as a move is incoming for the New England Patriots as they've worked out 3 different free agent tight ends and look to add to this year's roster before Game 1 tomorrow against the Las Vegas Raiders. Welcome to Patriots Digest, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. I appreciate you tuning in to today's show. Got lots to discuss as right now the New England Patriots just have 2 tight ends on their roster. We'll tell you why that is and kind of the shuffling of the roster thus far. Plus just 1 tight end on their practice squad. They look to add another one with 3 guys being worked out in the past day. Before that, though, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before tomorrow's opening kickoff at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So, we need 41 subscribers. I know there are 41 of you right now watching this video that have not yet hit that subscribe button. Go down there, hit it. It's 100% free. Plus, daily Patriots content, whether it's shorts, videos like this. We're also working on potentially getting some live streams going as well. So, lots to be excited about. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us. Tomorrow, the New England Patriots will open up their 2025 NFL season as they take on Pete Carroll in his first game as the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, while these 2 teams didn't exactly shine last year, and there's a lot to question about how good these 2 will be in this upcoming rendition, it is to note that Mike Vrable is making his head coaching debut for the Patriots, and Pete Carroll is making his head coaching debut for the Raiders, so it will be a very watched game across the league. With that being said, there's a lot to discuss with the 53-man roster cut downs were happening, and to Mike Vrable, he's kind of still shuffling some stuff around. So the Patriots have been working out a bunch of different people, and according to Pat's Pulpit, they have been working out a trio of tight ends as they head into the season opener. One of those is a recent Bills tight end in Zach Stevenson. However, the final guy that we're going to talk about is the one that I believe has the best chance to make this roster, whether it's on the 53-man or onto the practice squad. If we look, though, at why this is even happening, we have to go to the depth chart. Originally, when the 53-man roster came out, an unofficial depth chart started to release, we saw 3 tight ends on there: Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, and Jack Westover. There's only 2 on there. So did Westover get released? No, he got removed, or rather moved to fullback, because that is his primary position. The Patriots are one of just a few teams across the NFL to actually have a true fullback. You look to teams like the 49ers and even the Cowboys as well have actual fullbacks. The Patriots have now added their name to that list with Jack Westover, who was listed as a tight end. He is going to play fullback, though, for the New England Patriots, which, I mean, they're very similar positions in some aspects, so fullback is just going to run the ball more than a tight end will. But either way, with that being said, that leaves them with 2 tight ends on the roster, which most NFL teams can work with and be fine. You also, though, if you only have 2 tight ends, want to have a couple on your practice squad, which the Patriots did at one point. They had 2 tight ends on their practice squad. However, they released one in a recent move as they shuffled around the practice squad, and now just have one who is more of a pass-blocking tight end. So they kind of want to have a receiving tight end down there on the practice squad if, for whatever reason, Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, they get injured. God forbid they don't, but always got to stay playing. So here is the 3 guys that the Patriots worked out. Oliver Thomas, once again, at Pat's Pulpit saying, quote, "The New England Patriots worked out free agents Zach Stevenson, Marshall Lang, and Cole Turner on Friday, according to the NFL Transaction Wire. Of these 3, Cole Turner, to me, has the best chance to make the roster. With that being said, though, we're going to go one by one and start from the top in which they were listed as, that being, of course, starting with Zach Stevenson. Now, he's 27 years old, and he entered the league with the Minnesota Vikings in the 5th round of the 2021 draft at the number 168th overall pick. The former Division II All-American out of Central Missouri spent the past 3 years with the Buffalo Bills and was released at the 53-man roster deadline." End quote. If you look at Davidson, there's a couple of different things. First of all, you have to see his height and stature. 6'7", 251 pounds. He caught his first career pass while seeing 42 snaps on offense and 26 snaps on special teams. What stands out to me most, I don't really care too much about, catches or all that, or games played. Obviously, according to ESPN, he was in 3 games. Pat's Pulpit has him in just 2. But either way, only catching 1 pass for 5 yards, only pass caught in the NFL. Technically, he started his career with the Vikings on a 5th-round pick. Never really played, came to the Bills, caught 1 pass there. Again, it's the size that really kind of stands out to me. 6'7", 250. That is like prototypical tight end height. That's perfect size, and I think that's probably the big draw with him and with Davidson alone is it's not the pass catching ability, it's not the blocking ability, it's the size, the stature. And we've seen from this offseason the Patriots are going to value a little bit more of athleticism over maybe some of your stats. Now, that's not going to say they're just going to disregard the stats, but it's more of, can you be athletic? Can we coach you to be better at, the intangibles of the game? And you have the athleticism already built into you. So Zach Davidson was the first one that was worked out. We'll go to the second one here. Marshall Lang. He's 23, and he signed with the Seattle Seahawks as a rookie free agent following the 2025 NFL Draft. Now, he was waived at the league's cut-down deadline in August. He is a 6'4", 246-pound Northwestern product, as he appeared in 52 games, including 21 starts dating back to 2020 with Northwestern. Hadn't had any time in the NFL, obviously just a UDFA this season, so we have to go look at his college stats, which I think a pretty decent collegiate career. Played in 11 games of the 3 of his 4 seasons from 2021, 2023, and 2024. Played in 15 and 2022. Obviously, that includes postseason games, all that stuff. So that's why there's 15 in that one. Had over 100 yards in 3 of his 4 seasons, including 192 in the year that he appeared in had 15 receptions, rather not games. Looking at the wrong thing right there, my bad. In terms of average, though, about 10 yards averaging in 2024, 2023, and 2022. So when you have 11 receptions throughout 4 years, 15 his best year in 2022, it was a decent enough career to get him signed onto the practice squad, and he was really onto technically with the 90-man roster at the time, and then was released. The final guy, though, is the one that I want to talk about most because he has the best option to get signed, I believe, by the New England Patriots, and that is Cole Turner. Oliver Thomas once again saying Turner, 25, was taken by the Washington Commanders in the 5th round of the 2022 class at the number 149th overall pick. He was waived by the club last week after spending the 2024 campaign on the practice squad and reaching a futures contract in January, end quote. I like him specifically because he has NFL experience. He's played in combined 22 NFL games across 2022 and 2023, 143 yards in those 22 games, most of those coming in the 2023 season, averaging at about 11 yards per catch. Receptions obviously going to be a lot more in 2023 when he had his better year. He has the most NFL experience. He has the best hands of the group, and if I look at the Patriots and the way they're trying to structure their practice squad / their tight end room, you kind of want to have an all-encompassing tight end. That's kind of what both Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper are. They both can be patch-catching tight ends for sure. We've seen that in the past, especially with Henry, but they want guys who can do it all. They can block. They can do whatever is asked of them. And given that Cole has the most experience, I think bodes well from him. So I do think that he probably has the best chance to be signed. With that being said, though, the knowledge of when this happens, given it's now Saturday, I would expect that if they do sign one of these guys, it'll probably be a Monday signing, especially with the game happening at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Who knows whether they'll add somebody at the last second, but odds are they're going to call up their 2 practice squad guys tomorrow, and we'll see whether or not those 2 practice squad guys. I mean, sometimes it hurts the practice squad because if you get pulled up, you can't get pulled up only 3 times per year. So you get pulled up in the first game, there's a chance you get released the day after because we can't use you anymore, basically. You got 2 more games. It just depends on what their expectation is of you for the rest of the season. So that's what we got for you here today. We got our Patriots question of the day here. Want to let you get that into the comment section. Who is the player you are most excited to watch in Week 1 versus the Las Vegas Raiders? I want you to put that answer down in the comment section. Personally, I hope he plays. I'm excited to watch Will Campbell. I think he is going to have such a huge challenge against Max Crosby and the defensive line for the Las Vegas Raiders. Plus, Pete Carroll is a very good defensive head coach, and I'm excited to see Campbell. Obviously, with that ankle injury, it's going to be a telltale sign pretty early how substantial that injury is if he is playing, although we got reports today that it is very likely he will appear in tomorrow's game. I want to see him out there. I want to see him healthy, and I want to see what he can do against one of the top defensive lines and one of the top guys on the defensive line, Max Crosby, in the entire NFL. So that's probably the guy that I'm excited to watch most. Pretty, softball toss of an answer there with Will Campbell, but let me know who you're most excited to watch down in the comment section, and we'll see you next time here on Patriots Digest, getting ready for tomorrow's game. We'll see you there. Peace out.